The silence before the signal. The Vorith Collective had traveled across 11 star systems without encountering anything worth fearing. Elder Communicator Silex pressed 4 of her 7 fingers together, a traditional gesture of calm, as the long-range sensors painted a strange anomaly across the bridge's glowing display. Something was moving through the Helios corridor. Something large, and something radiating. Metallic hull, murmured Sensorbond Breath, his bioluminescent skin flickering amber with low-level anxiety. Fusion traces detected. Primitive propulsion. Estimated crew complement. Several hundred. Silex straightened her neck stalks. Several hundred? A small crew then. Manageable. The Vorith had made contact with 41 civilizations in their history. Some species had cried in fear. Some had bowed before the ship's radiant hull. One species had fainted, all 12,000 of them at the same time, as if the reality of alien life had overwhelmed them completely. The Vorith considered themselves masters of first contact. They were patient. They were elegant. And above all, they were prepared. Open a channel, Silex said. Standard greeting harmonic frequency. Let them know we are peaceful. ISS Relentless, 3:47 hours. Commander Nadia Okafor had been awake for 22 hours when the alarm screamed through the ship. She rolled out of her bunk, shoved her boots on the wrong feet, fixed them while running through the corridor, and reached the bridge in 40 seconds flat. A personal record. Lieutenant Darnell Briggs was already leaning over the sensor console. His face glowed pale blue in the light of something none of them yet had words for. Contact, he said simply. Okafor looked at the screen. Then she looked again. How big? She asked. Imagine a city, Briggs said. Now put it in space. Now make it look alive. The Relentless was a deep patrol destroyer, commissioned 18 months earlier, mapping uncharted space about 7 light months from the nearest human outpost. The ship carried railguns, 4 torpedo banks, and multiple point defense cannons. What it did not carry was a protocol for meeting something like this. The alien vessel began transmitting. A layered harmonic tone, beautiful, repeating, structured in complex patterns. What is that? Asked Ensign Torres from communications. Okafor listened carefully. I think, she said slowly, that's them saying hello. She sat down in the command chair, cracked her knuckles and turned toward Torres. Play them something back. Torres blinked. What? We don't have a greeting protocol, Okafor said. Torres panicked slightly and hit the first audio file his hand landed on. Across open space, into the dark, he broadcast 12 seconds of jazz. A Miles Davis trumpet solo clipped from someone's personal playlist. Aboard the Vorith Collective, the bridge fell completely silent. The ship systems analyzed the signal in 0.003 seconds. It was acoustic, sequential, mathematically patterned, yet emotionally chaotic. It was not a greeting. It was not a warning. It did not match any category in their 41 first contact protocols. Is it music? Breath whispered. Define music. The ship's intelligence replied. Breath could not. Silex replayed the signal again. The sound moved unpredictably. It bent and flowed. It carried no clear structure, yet it felt strangely meaningful, like watching fire move through dry grass. Chaotic, hypnotic, emotional. They sent us art, Silex said quietly. Her neck stalks went still. As their first response? Breath asked. Silex checked the sensor data again. Primitive hull. Fusion drive. External kinetic weapons clearly visible. A civilization barely capable of interstellar travel, flying a warship through unmapped space. And when faced with the unknown, they responded with music. Silex had no framework for that. In 41 first contact events, she had never once been speechless. The two ships remained 12 kilometers apart. For 6 hours they simply watched each other. On the Relentless, the crew sat beside armed weapon systems while eating vending machine sandwiches. On the Vorith Collective, something unprecedented was happening. They were arguing. We approach with full ceremonial protocol, Breath insisted. We observe first, the ship intelligence advised. Silex raised a limb and silenced them both. We ask, she said. So the Vorith transmitted again. This time they did not send harmonics. They sent the jazz recording back exactly as they had received it. Unaltered, unexamined, returned like a question. On the bridge of the Relentless, the speakers crackled. The trumpet solo played again. Commander Okafor listened for a moment, and then she laughed. A short, surprised, completely genuine laugh. 12 kilometers away, every sensor on the Vorith ship recorded the sound and flagged it as highly significant. Silex studied the data carefully. A new species, armed, reckless, apparently musical, extraordinary. Silex had absolutely no idea what would happen next. Neither did the humans. And she decided in that moment that it was a remarkable place to begin. Please follow my channel for more videos. One click from you can change my life.